All right. Chris is the early bird. What's going on, Chris? Hope you're staying warm and not snowed in New York. I checked on my dad. He was actually in Atlantic City when the snow started at the casinos. So he was having a good time. He's safe and home now. So let me pull up and add Chris to the list. I only have these on there as placeholders. Chris B is officially on the list. Hopefully you can make it to the end. Oh, and if you're still on, what are you up to? 7 on the dot. We'll see who shows up today. Been saying like the past 2 months, been busy. I'm tired, busy, I'm tired, and I am still busy and still tired. The cold never bothers Chris, but the snow is all over the place. And your roommate says there's a heat wave in February in Arizona. That's so crazy. Two sides of the spectrum. So I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, I don't miss the snow. That is the main reason. The snow and the cold is why I left. I could do without it. But hopefully we get a good showing today because, as I said, we're giving the digital code away. So we'll see. I posted it a whole bunch of different places. So I guess we'll see who shows up. I am. I my plan was to watch season 3, episode 1 on Sunday, and I downloaded the file, but I didn't realize it was 45 minutes or 43 minutes. So I didn't realize that they put episode 1 and 2 in the same video. So I actually watched the first 2 episodes of season 3, but in season 2, I did a double reaction and the whole video got blocked and I had to cut the entire video basically down to 6 minutes. So I was like, I don't want to risk that again. So I just cut it and edited it as one. And then next week I don't have to watch A Good Place because I have it in the bank now. So I just have to edit episode 2. I just have to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. True is here. What's up, True? True gets on the board. TTLE. True Seattleite is on. When the judge snapped her fingers and Eleanor pops back to the moment before her passing. Yeah, I was confused as hell. And that's just me. Everything confuses me because when I first started the episode, I was thinking they were going to do the cliche where they're like, their brains are hooked up to something and they're mentally going through their final moments. I didn't think that they were actually going to do time travel because if you introduce a new timeline, and I guess it's how you interpret it, I interpret it as he put them on a separate timeline. He didn't put them back on like the main timeline, right? I don't think he reversed time to like the judge to put them back. If the judge is like he who remains in Loki, I read it as she's like, we just need to give them a chance. We'll put them back on Earth, but on a separate timeline that starts at that moment of you saving their lives. And I don't know if they explain it further down the road, if they specifically say what it is, but I mean, that was my interpretation of it. Chris says they have absolute control over time and space, I'd imagine. It does make sense, but then when you also think about it, and this is just for us talking right now, I don't like to think too deep into TV shows like this because it is what it is. If you want to make someone all powerful, you make someone all powerful. But my question with The Good Place is this, and maybe I missed it. I might be an idiot and they said it and I don't remember, but is the judge work like the judge is, she said she's been around for like a very long time. And, they go to her when they have judgments to be made. But is she the bad place's judge? And does the good place, the real good place, have their own judge? Because I'm sure things happen where they might need like a ruling on something. Who knows? Or is she like the judge? And if the good place or the bad place need to talk to somebody, they all go to that judge. Because if she's not the judge for both and she can control all of time, if the good place has their own judge, then that judge could be like, wait, these people don't belong there. I'm taking them out of there. So I kind of think there's one judge. And again, they could have told me and I missed it. William is here. We'll put William on the board. So, Chris, you could probably answer that one. Like I said, it's hard for me to remember everything when I'm reacting to a show and not just sitting there and watching. Chris says, yeah, her name's Jen, named after hydrogen, since that was the only thing around when he was born. Make mine bigger. Oh, Lord. You want your wang to be bigger? That's so funny. Chris says she's neutral judge. Okay, so then if she is the only judge, then okay. That makes sense then that she could do that and not have to worry about some other judge reversing her decision. So, all right, so I guess what you're saying is she put them, but he said it. Like, didn't Michael say separate timeline? I could have swore he said that. Or new, like, it was vague. I think he said we put them on a new timeline. So, I guess putting them like back, literally back to where they were, and just changing the situation of them not dying is a new timeline. But then if they're only there to learn a lesson, then the judge, if they like, regardless, if they prove that they're good, the judge just plucks them back out and puts them in the good place. And if they prove that they deserve to be in the bad place, the judge plucks them back out and puts them in the bad place. So it's just kind of funny to be on Earth as somebody else. But William says, whatever that can make me have a bigger chance. I could extort. I'll say, William, donate $5 to get your name on there again. Chris says, I think Jen was just worried about the effect of bringing 4 people back would have on the fabric. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Because obviously she knew what he was talking about, so it definitely sounds like they've done it before. William's going to report me. For what? Sheer is here. Oh, man. Sheer said, why did it block my message again? There was nothing naughty in it. And I did not even get an alert this time for your message. Let me check over here. Yeah, I didn't get anything to approve or not approve. But welcome, Shira. You're on the board. Shira. We're just talking about the good place. There goes the neighborhood. Con artist is here. What's going on, buddy? You are going on the list to win the digital code. Remember, everyone, the rules, you have to be here at the end when I say your name. If you're not, I have to pick someone else. It's just fair. Oh, I put True on, right? Yeah, Chris, True, William, Shira, Con. Whew, what is up, Shira? What is up, Con Artist? What is going on? I don't know if I told you all, because I don't know if I did it last week, but we beat the main campaign of Borderlands 4. So we got just a bunch of side content to do, but that was fun. And now we're into Dreamlight Valley. Marsha's here. What's up, Marsha? Sure says, look, Chris, are we going to have the talk again? Marsha Love gets entered. Oh, that didn't sound right. My bad. Chris said tongues out. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, I love Tuesdays. I'm so full right now. Usually I eat a little bit before this stream, but I finished eating about a half hour ago. I made salmon and rice and broccoli. Marsha with the LOL. I don't know who else caught that. Shira says, wait, does everyone get some Marsha? Oh, I'm sorry, Marsha. I'm so sorry. I got these cookies that were a box, not a box, like a plastic bin of probably 30 cookies or 20 for 50 cents. There's shortbread cookies or sugar cookies, and they all have different things. William said, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. William said, those cookies, Eddie's, they are not. Marsha said, no. Chris says, as I said, Shira ruins everything. Well, technically, I think this was my fault. I started this inadvertently. But yeah, since everyone, I showed this before Chris. I mean, before everyone came on but Chris, but the proof, we're giving it away. I finally found this for a reasonable price. I don't know why it was always like $55. And I finally found it for like 28. William said, everything's my fault. We riot. We ride at dawn. If I win, can I trade it for the PS5? No. So, William, I was talking to this, I'll call him my friend because we talk about stuff other than work. One of the guys who works at the warehouse, for the warehouse, not with me. But he also told me, like, at this point in time, it's probably better to buy a PC rather than build it. He builds them, but he said the same thing. That RAM is crazy. And yeah, I went to Best Buy, and I remember I bought a 1 terabyte hard drive extra for my PS5 4 years ago when I first got it. And I think it was like $200. And I know it was expensive because it's like the official, I could have bought a different one. Like $200. In Best Buy now, I think a 1 terabyte to 2 terabyte for the PlayStation 5 is $700. I'm like, nah, I'm good. The Destroyer, what's going on, man? Enter me, he said. All right. The Destroyer is on the list. Always remember the Destroyer to win. If you're not here at the end when I announce the winner's name, I pick a new name. Oh, well, Marsha, hopefully you win. Chris says, Fantastic Four first was amazing in the theater, and after the next 20 times I've seen it. I've actually haven't watched it a second time yet. I want to, but I always want to do watch parties. Like, I want to do it on YouTube and watch it, but I just haven't found the time. It's annoying. But I'll have a cookie. Oh, you saw Goat? How was it? You're gonna buy the merch for Goat? You haven't bought any of my merch. You don't support the channel, William. The Destroyer says, I'm on the way to the office. Well, I'll tell you this. I can't force you to stay on, but at 7:55, around that time is when I'm going to spin. So if you got to go, maybe you could be like, I have to use the bathroom and then hop on. The main character is Will, and he's a goat. Boomhauer. Boomhauer is on the list. How are you, Boom? True is just peeking in the shadows. Damn, I don't get it, Shira. I'm supposed to be able to accept or decline them. It's not happening now. You know what? Let me try this, because whenever I do multi-stream and I have my multi-chat open, it usually lets everything go. So what I'm going to do right now I'm going to open my multi-stream chat and then I will tell you to post it again. So let me do that. Because actually I forgot. I'm supposed to have it up and I don't have it up. So let me do this. Let me get my social stream up. Hopefully it doesn't need a update. All right. So if I do this, I go to select live source. Activate it. Okay. All right. So right now, where the hell is this thing? Let's see. Okay, so my chat is up here. All right, Shira, type what was blocked and let's see if this works. Shira says, did you cook a meal and send it to Screen Sanctum? What did I miss? Chris says, I don't understand YouTube either. It bites. It does bite. True's hiding her eyes. Chris says, let it all go. Boom says, I'm pooped out. Been an unexpectedly busy couple of days at work. I was just saying the same thing. Shira says, did you cook a meal and send it to the Screen Sanctum? Okay. So yeah, Shira, type one of the messages and we'll see if it shows up on this chat. And I will eat my second cookie. Text me. Yeah, last week was definitely a YouTube problem because my stream is perfect right now. YouTube was going nuts last week. Someone earlier said, enter me. Oh, yeah. And I mentioned maybe not ever saying that out of context again. Oh, man. How many times have I said I love this chat? The same thing happens to me every week. I start the live, it's like cool, like a little chilly. And then 15 minutes in, I have my hoodie on, I'm sweating my balls off. Oh, man. So I think William must have left. He didn't answer my question about the PC building. Sure says, me kicking your butt is going to be essential, Topher. Watch yourself. Is this going to be a virtual ass kicking or are you guys hanging out? IRL. Oh, man. The community needs to know. Oof. Chris says, don't mind Shira. She woke up on the wrong side of her crypt. Oh, man. Ooh, Chris, you're going to be in trouble, buddy.
Stupid bitch doesn't even know. She is going to get the best
William said, what was the
of
question
her
again?
Stupid bitch life.
I was just saying that the guy at work basically told me with the price of RAM, it's better to just buy a pre-built. But I want to build one. That's the thing. Shira says, the question, William, is how much do you care about your friend Steve? This is what I say to that, Shira. Okay? That's what I say. That's my last cookie, so I'll save it for a little later. Oh, man. So in about 20 weeks, I'll be done with both The Good Place and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's going to be crazy. I don't know what new show. Like I hope I'm done with that when some of the Marvel shows pick back up, like the new Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood, and the Vision Quest. Like I really hope I'm done by then. Chris says, talking about RAM, you would love IT crowd. Excuse me. I think I reacted to I think the first two episodes of the IT crowd, the British version, and then I remember I was trying to watch more, but the place that I find the episodes, it was really hard to get them because not a lot of people are seeding them. True says, does Fry's? Oh, Fry's was the best place. It does not exist anymore. Man, when I used to come here to visit when my brother lived here, I swear, the first day I got here, if I got here early, I'd want to go to Fry's. And then during COVID, I remember I think it was the kind assassin and I, maybe my brother, I don't remember. But we went to Fry's and there was not like they did not restock their shelves. And I said, this seems odd that they're not replenishing. And then 2 weeks later, it was closed. Chris says Parks and Rec, Brooklyn Nine, The Good Place are made by the same company, share a lot of the same actors. That is one thing that I did notice. I don't notice much, but that I did. I remember Andy Samberg in Parks and Rec when he played the park ranger who spoke way too loud. Sheer says Fry's was amazing. You could find almost everything you needed. I didn't know there was Fry's outside of California, to be honest. Connor says Mythic Quest is a really good show. I almost started that one. Yeah, my theme, the closest Fry's to me was a spaceship. It was space. That's so crazy. We had that. Well, California, we had close to me. I think there were three, but the one that was closest was a spaceship. Oh, cool. Damn, they were like West Coast and they still closed all their stores. The one thing I will say about Fry's, which is kind of crazy, if you went there for like computer stuff and just like everyday stuff, they had some pretty good sales and pretty good prices. If you went there for a DVD, you were getting ripped off. Their DVDs were like $40. Aztec temples, that's so cool. I remember I would go and just go, they had tons of DVDs and 4Ks and stuff. I would just go through them and look for the ones that were kind of like clearance, like they had one left and it was $15. But if they were new, they were like $40. They did have amazing toys. They had everything at Fry's. True says, what? Our Fry's was just a regular store that had themes. Yeah, a lot of the Fry's, as soon as you walked in, like 100 feet into the store, there was like a big giant something. And in mine, it was a giant spaceship. Well, like half a spaceship, just the front half. Boom says the one south of town near NASA was space. The one on the north side was oil fields cowboy. That's cool. I don't remember what the other one was, to be honest. I totally forgot. I would have to ask my brother. He would definitely know. Sheer said now at tariffs, everything would be too expensive. It would. And we don't get the refund. The spaceship was getting driven into. Oh my God. Oh, well. Boom. So they had a cafe. Yep, I remember that. Marcia said her favorite Fries had a spaceship crash into the front of the building. Oh, that was neat. William's going to get blocked again. Now you have to send me $20. Crazy. I don't understand why they're waiting for a check when we were literally told that the companies are getting the refunds. Didn't they say, like, literally say that? That's what I read. But again, you can't believe everything you read. Why would William be blocked? He's harmless. I'm the threat. Oh, I think Shira wants to be blocked. William just makes very. He's not a. I don't know if you all seen the Chappelle show, but William is a habitual line stepper. Marcia says she brought many tiny flashlights at Fry's. What is the significance of many tiny flashlights? Prevent her from winning the DVD. Connor says, I gotta get to bed. Busy morning. It was nice stopping by for a bit. All right, con artist. This is what, oh man, damn. I wouldn't even be able to tell you. Ah, I'll figure something out. Have a good night, buddy. Shira says to Chris, I'll find you. You'll be punished for your crimes. You could read that many different ways. William said the mini flashlights are to give elderly seizures. Oh my God. You know what I was thinking about doing tonight for this live? Seeing as I was very tired, I was really thinking about just taking my laptop and just sitting in my bed with the laptop webcam as my camera and doing it there. Almost did it. I might do it one time. Chris says, oh, that's right. If we leave the chat, we lose our chance. I mean, it's usually the rules when there's a lot of people on your live stream, but you all are here every week. Like, if no one new shows up, then fuck the rules, you know? But if someone wins and then they're not here for me to say, email me, like they won't know that they won, so they won't know to send the email, and then I'd have to wait till next week to give it away. Sure, so we have to be sanctimocratic, sancticratic. Ooh, it's getting hot. It's getting hot. Oh, I always forget to put on my filter or whatever. Oh well. Sure said YouTube just blocked this. We have to do what's right, Chris. Yeah, now I'm getting really confused why it's not giving me the opportunity to let them come through. Ah, this is nuts. Oh, you could do members only live streams? I did not know that. Let's see. Ah, crap. There we go. Whew. Yeah, I'm looking over here. I don't see anything that's not on the regular chat. So YouTube doesn't like me. Block Chris. Oh my God. My next subathon will be you donate $5, you tell me who to block, and I'll just keep blocking people all night. I actually have to think about what my next subathon is going to be. I want it to be something fun again. I know drinking is fun, but we'll see. I don't know. I really don't know when it's going to be. Maybe, I don't know, maybe April? She remember that all your evil deeds will catch up with you one day. Chris is going to air them out one day. He's just going to air them out in the chat. I also still want to do like the Zoom call with all of us where we could just chat with each other. Matthias is probably counting sheep right now. True, you playing any games tonight? Oh. True says, stock up on your whiskey. It's crazy. It's crazy to think if one time it gets a lot of reach and other people do show up and I wouldn't be able to survive. Kira's here. She said, are you two still fighting? You were doing that in Ollie's stream. Ooh. Kira is on the board. William said, block everyone except me. I was bugging William with recipe questions. William, when are you going to a theme park again? And also, I would drive down there to Anaheim if you wanted to go to that micro center with me. I haven't seen William in like fucking 4 years. Marcia says, it's getting hot. Ooh. Chris says, his Final Fantasy is the one where it's actually the final game. Long live Final Fantasy Tactics. Does anyone besides True play Final Fantasy 14 online? William says, I don't have a Knott's Pass anymore. So get like a 1 day or something. Or get a Disneyland pass. And next time we go, oh, speaking of, I have to postpone my March date. Then you could bring your lady friend. Or one of your tennis pals. I'm also still trying to think of what my next big giveaway will be, because I want to do something for 10,000 subs, but I haven't moved from 6,181 in 2 months, I think. I am stuck. Like, my stuff is not getting pushed. True says, what am I, chopped liver? What is that in response to? Kira says, I play Final Fantasy 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and Tactics. Damn, you play all of those at the same time? No, I was saying, does anyone but True, because I know you do play Final Fantasy 14 online. Like, I know you play it. That's why I said, does anyone besides True? Sure didn't know there were any after 13. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy. I just remember Final Fantasy on Nintendo looked like Zelda. And I always smile when I see those games and how far gaming has come. We love it. And also in the past week, I bought like 5 Xbox to HDMI converters to try to figure out these problems I was having with certain screens where my Xbox only works perfectly on my Samsung, but not on my Vizio or my LG monitors. And I figured out why it doesn't. And I think what I need actually, if I want to get it to work on these two, is an upscaler and not a converter. And upscalers are usually around $100, I think. But it's really not that serious, because if I'm live streaming here, I'll probably, it's only if I want to play like Super Nintendo, basically. I can't play the Super Nintendo emulator on these screens, so I would have to be in the living room. Final Fantasy VII is getting updated on Steam. Still? I don't know what's going on. I did hear that they're discontinuing the Steam Deck for a little bit because of RAM prices. Like, not forever, but I think, I don't know when, but at some point, whatever's in the wild is what's in the wild, and then they're done. Correct me if I'm wrong. I wonder where Jay is. I haven't seen Jay in a while. Oh, I have not. Kira says the Steam Deck is crazy. She loves her Switch. Do you have the original or the second one or both? I know True has a Steam Deck. I have to start, and this is where I'm like at a crossroads because I like physical media. I like buying the game, but with the PlayStation Portal, if you buy the game digitally, then you could play it on your portal. Like if because like PlayStation knows that you own it, obviously. If you buy the disc, they just know you have a disc and not all those games can be streamed. So I think starting with Crimson Desert, I might just buy everything digitally and then like a year down the line when it's on sale for 10 bucks, I'll buy the disc. I still need to find a disc for Borderlands, the original Game of the Year edition, and then I'll have all the Borderlands. And what was the other one? I think there's no all the Assassin's Creed that I played. I have. Kira has the OG. I have the OG. True says, but the Switch is way more comfortable to hold because it's so much lighter. Yeah, I've seen those gaming handhelds. They are pretty big. Chris says, yeah, sure. That's why I'm going to wait on a Steam Deck. Maybe give it a year or two, clean out all the bugs. I thought the Steam Deck was pretty stable. Hasn't it been out for a while? Though I wonder if this is going to do anything to their Steam Cube that they announced. Because I don't know if that's even come out yet, but I don't know. Oh. Every time I'm in like Best Buy or something, I'm like, I want to buy a Switch 2 or an Xbox Series, but there's no point in buying an Xbox because all those games are coming to PlayStation anyway. And for the Switch, I don't need to spend that much money on a console just to play Super Mario Brothers. But what I do want to play the Zelda games, the trilogy that came out on the original Switch. I still have it. But those games never go on sale. It's freaking crazy. True said it's been stable for me, but it took some work to get Final Fantasy Online to work. Are you still playing the beta or did you like it enough to buy the full version? I think the full version's what, like $30 or $20? Sure says, see, Chris, you do need my wisdom. Is that a euphemism? What did he do to deserve the block again? I didn't block you. What are you talking about? Are you high? True is still in the free trial. I was thinking about doing it. Thinking about it. I wish one of you guys played Borderlands 4, because if you played, it's cross-platform, and if you like just started up, I'm level 50. I could hop in your game and help you get loot. William says, or the poll. Oh, I just put that up there. Chris says, sure, the wisdom. And oh, man, oh, man. Poor William. He's getting blocked all the time. True says, how do you like Dreamlight Valley? I like it. I've been watching the kind of assassin play it mostly. I played just to like get through the beginning. But after we beat Borderlands 4, she started playing it a little bit and I was watching. It's fun. I like it because it truly is a cozy game. Like you don't have to worry about animals. You don't have to breed animals, building barn. Like you don't have to do all that. It's just like basically an RPG in with Disney characters. So it seems a little bit more relaxing right now. And they have really, really cool clothes in it. Kira says, Shira, Mr. Christopher, I will separate you both. Behave. Listen to Professor Kira. See what, damn. With all this banter, I should do a live stream every night. Then we could get like a week, like a soap opera, like an episode every day. Speaking of soap operas, and I'm literally only thinking about this because I just said it. Those soap operas from when I was a kid, how the hell did they write stories for an episode every day of the week? That's nuts. Chris says, you know what, Shira, you and what army? Dumbledore's army, maybe. So this is interesting. Oh, wait, why has this. One of my chats hasn't updated in a while, and I don't know why. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. I don't know why. Hmm. Seems to have froze. Why the hell is this here? Don't need that. So how can I do this then? Let's see. Maybe I need to turn it off and then activate it again. Yeah, there we go. That was so weird. It froze. Kira says, actually, Oliver's Army by Elvis Costello. I don't get that joke. William says, Snape, Snape, Severus Snape, Dumbledore. Let it go. Let it go. Have any of you watched Wonder Man? That series was so good. So good, so funny, heartbreaking. It was everything. It was.
Stupid, stupid bitch doesn't even
I
know.
like playing these
She is
clips
gonna get the
without
best bottle of
context.
wine of her stupid bitch life.
William says, you don't know that video. I don't know that video. I know the Hermione, Ron, Harry twerk video when they do the thing where in the first movie when they're on the chessboard and they're like, not me, not Hermione, you. And it's like dance music in the background. Chris says it was amazing. He was surprised. It was really good. There was so many times where I felt every feeling. I almost cried. Like I almost cried. Like when Trevor was like, "I'll don't worry, I'll make things right." I knew immediately what he was gonna do, and I was like, "No, man." I don't know the Harry Potter puppet pals. I don't know if I care to know what the Harry Potter puppet pals are. Also, what are you up to tonight, William? Are you like on your phone at tennis? Kira says, I just think back to those final two Harry Potter films where Ron, Harry, and Hermione are stripping down to get out of those wet clothes. Mm. William says you'll love it. My thing as being someone who I've read some of the books, I don't think I finished them. I think I read like the first, I don't know, 4 or 5. So watching the movies, I don't know how you get through that movie series and not just say like I know the books do this, but Emma Watson and Daniel Radcliffe's chemistry is ridiculous. I think for the movies they should end up together. Like I don't mind Hermione and Ron, but their chemistry just was shit in the movies. It wasn't great. Shira says she never read any of the books. I don't actually read a lot, and I read them like 8 years ago. So, and that was about the time that I first even watched the movies because I didn't watch the movie until I moved here. I watched them with my brother. So we watched all of them. And then, like, I immediately bought the books. So that was many years before she showed herself to be a freaking weirdo. Hermione and Dobby should have been together. That would have been heartbreaking, seeing as Dobby was killed, but then it would be odd because Dobby's like thousands of years old and Hermione was like 16. Chris says, Sure, you mean you never read any books, right? Those things with the words and oh man. We need to set this up. I need to set up a screen sanctum meetup, main event, Shira versus Chris. Gotta do it. And the referee will be Kira. And I'll just be sitting with everyone else, taking sips of tasty whiskey. Marcia said, I have an old iPod dedicated to Harry Potter, all the book chapters from the CDs. It's fun to put it on shuffle and bounce through all the books. Kira says, Dobby actually is the father of everyone in the Harry Potter universe. Damn. Dobby had a lot of work to do. William says he'll be the judge. Will you, William? Will I am? Will you am? Will you are? Dee, 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 dee. See, this is what I like. A nice, healthy stream. But yeah, I think next week maybe I will do it just sitting in the bed. And every couple of months I always reiterate that I have to do my Infinity Gauntlet um, book read. I want to do it. I just keep forgetting. Kier says, I don't need another job slowing me down. I'm just going to lock up Chris and Shira in a room with a fork and whoever survived. That would be interesting. You want to do one? I forget what they called them. It was like a wrestling thing back in the day. The two people fighting, you have to tie their one arm together, both of them connected by a rope. That would be good. Boom is Dobby is the Sith Lord. Dobby and Jar Jar. William said Steve's getting tired, so he's making up random stuff. What did I say that's random? I don't remember what I said. I am usually tired at this time, though. So maybe I kind of screwed myself with the 7 p.m. start. But, you know, Shira says, don't lock me up with Topher. He's insane, says the woman who has 42 different personalities. William wants mud wrestling. Pudding wrestling. That's 90s wrestling. When they just threw the women in pudding and were like, this is what people want to see. You know? Oh man, oh man. Though, yeah, I am really curious why I'm stuck at 6,180 subs. It's odd. I don't want to blame shadow banning. Makes me seem like a baby complaining, but it is very odd. Instead of pocket sand, it's pocket rice. Oh my god. Pocket rice. What would be funnier if it was pocket uncooked rice or if you threw pocket cooked rice? Kira said she found the cheesecake pudding flavor at the store. I'm curious now. Cheesecake pudding. We just went to Trader Joe's and I bought one of their cheesecakes. I think that's going to be dessert tonight, even though I just had 3 cookies. have some cheesecake, play some PS5, go to bed, wake up, and do it all over again. William says, it's just cooked rice and it's super hot. That would be, oh my God. Imagine people's reaction. Like if you got into a fight and someone like was beating you up, whoever, and there's a crowd and they see someone pull out cooked rice, throw it at the person in their face, and it's like burning, and then you get the upper hand. Oh my God. That would be nuts. If you threw pocket uncooked rice, you'd kill about 1,000 pigeons. She said, just go to sleep, Steve, and sleep, play the PS5. That way you get your Z's. Oh, I always get good sleep. Like I always say, this 7 to 8 p.m. on Tuesdays, I look forward to it. Like, I love this. So, I take pride in that. I don't think I've ever had to cancel one. Um, unless maybe when I traveled, I had to, but if I'm here, like, I'm here. I'm here for you all. Chris just gave a deadpan face. William said dead pigeons mean protein. Oh, William. William. I'm actually surprised that William is on this late. It's probably because he wants to win the digital code. Chris says, your mind scares me, Shira. It's a dark oh, I can't. I'm old and dumb. Is that vacuous? It's a dark, vacuous place. See, Chris, you could tell I don't read either. I don't read. William doesn't care about the pigeons. I might have to disqualify William from the game. Remove his name. Strike his name from the wheel. Ah. Shira says, something's going to be going up your dark. Oh, whoa. Wow. Okay, Shira. I have nothing left to say after that. That's like a mic drop. With 8 minutes left in the stream, Shira just basically shut it down. Holy moly. Whoa. I got Bin Dong on the text. He's being back to making videos, thank goodness. He said he's happy the M4 MacBook Air can churn through this 4K. The old M1 and i7 Mac Mini couldn't. Oh yeah. I mean, my M1 Mac Mini handles 4K. Kira says, kids, I'm going to take all your toys away, and I only mean the two bad kids here right now. I like how Kira is putting her foot down. I'm just going to text Bin from my computer. William says, I'll bring the toys back to them. William always likes to be in the middle. More fun. William just wants to be on Shira's good side. I think I have an eyelash. Something. I see something. I don't know. Maybe I'm going blind. William Wang. What does the 1708 mean? William says, as long as it's not me. Chris says, if they're Transformers toys, heck yeah. I miss the metal Transformer toy, like the die cast. I wish they still made die cast toys rather than plastic. William, you recognize this? William got this for me. Oh, William, you know what? I'll show you what I got for you. That little gift. Give me 1 second. True says, too bad Lathias wasn't here. Oh my God. Lathias would be in heaven. William says he thinks they just randomly gave that number to me. All right, so this is what I bought. And remember, I told you it was like $2. It was just something I saw I thought was funny. So this is what I'm going to give you when I see you. Okay? It is an award. It's a tennis racket that says, I don't know if you could see it. It says serving looks. So that's what I'm giving you. You get an award. Kira says, gotcha. Oh, Kira said 1708 might be William's number of conquests. William said, oh, that's cool. It is. It was like, I don't even remember where I got it. I think Target, maybe. Or the Dollar Tree. Chris thought it was a spaghetti strainer. You could use it as one. Why not? All right, people. William says he could sell it for $5. Always flipping. All right, everyone. It's time to spin the wheel. Most everyone is here. So I got Chris, True, William, Shira. Khan is gone, but I'll leave him. Marsha, I think, is still on. The Destroyer is probably gone. Boomhauer and Kira. So here we go. Who is going to win the digital code? It is Marsha. Big winner, big winner. So Marsha, when you get a chance, email me at giveaways@screensanctum.com. Email me there and I will take a picture of the code and send it back. Marsha's like, what? William said rigged. I still feel like people who aren't in this room right now don't believe that I give these things away. I honestly, I don't know. People don't know what they're missing. Hop on for an hour, you could win a freaking $15 digital code, you know? So yeah. Email me there, Marsha. Congratulations. Whoop. Code will be sent. Shira, was it, I don't remember if it was you or Kira. One of you won a digital code and it worked, but I remember when I opened the box, it said it had expired like 4 years prior. Thank goodness it still worked. But I mean, I would have just bought the movie for you digitally and gotten you a code, but it was kind of funny. I was so nervous. William says bots. Oh, be quiet, William. I guess with a couple of minutes left for all of you who have nostalgia. Next time I live stream like video games, if I'm on the emulators, like what old game did you guys love when you were kids or younger that you want me to play? Shira says, oh yeah, don't think they have an expiration. It's crazy because they usually say they do. Like this one, I don't think does. But one that I gave out actually did say it expired. Let's see. It says digital movie code subject to expiration, but it doesn't have a date. So now they're just getting cheeky. Now they're getting cheeky. William says Kingdom Hearts. What console was that on? Like, if it's N64, I can't. I saw Kingdom Hearts on my PlayStation. That's not really an old game, is it? Kira says, when are you going to do the giveaway for a free date with Joseph Quinn of Fantastic Four First Steps? I'll have to try to get him on the show first. True says, your 64 emulator doesn't work. That has all the games I want to watch you play. It works, but there's only 4 games on it. I don't know why. What the hell is in my eye right now? Sorry. It's like I don't know if an eyelash or an eyebrow fell in there, but it's bothering me. If I could figure out a way to download emulators and then get them onto it, I'll try. So in Discord, just give me like a couple of, like, I'll start with like 5. If you could think of between 1 and 5 games on N64, if I could find the emulator for it and get it, I'll try. William says Ratchet and Clank. Chris said that would require kidnapping Kira. What system was Ratchet and Clank on? Like, I don't know. I'll have to do some research on downloading emulators. I actually posted on social media my problems with my Xbox and all like the technical issues, and people actually responded and they're helping me. I didn't think anyone would see it. Shearer says, maybe you're tearing up because you have to say goodnight to William. That would not be why I'm tearing. I'm tearing because I have to say goodnight to all of you. And if the feistiness between you and Chris continues after this live stream, I'm not going to be able to see it. William said, P.S. something. Thank you, William. Thank you so much. All right. This was fun as always. And this live stream did not fly by super fast. I'm kind of glad, because sometimes I'm just talking and then I look up and it's 8. But I got to like savor the moment. This was a good one, especially with all the Shearer Chris stuff going around. Chris says it's only because Shearer's pure evil. William says Medieval on the PS was fun too. Well, you could text me some names of games and stuff, but it is time to go. Oh, shoot. I forgot about that. Imagine that was not a nice website was up. Imagine I had something provocative. That would have been embarrassing. Shearer says, not pure evil, just lowercase evil. William says, the day Steve tears up because of me will be when I throw a hot pocket rice at him. Oh, man. Chris, let's see. All right, folks. It's about that time, 8 p.m. I had so much fun as usual, and I leave you all with the same message as always. Well, one, again, congratulations, Marcia. Email me at giveaways@screensanctum.com. I will send you the code giveaways@screensanctum.com. And everyone else, again, keep your eye out for alerts, because if I live stream video games, hopefully you all could join. It'll be fun. We could chat. Yep, but that's it. Next video will be Brooklyn Nine-Nine, probably Friday. And yeah, that's about it. Good people. So thank you, Marcia. Thank you, everyone. And we'll talk. We will talk. Happy video gaming to everyone, and just have a good night, relax, and have a good rest of your week. Peace, guys.